Hey there, YouTubers. I was reading a devotional this morning and just wanted to pass along a couple of my thoughts and some key points that I read there and observed. If you think about the 12 disciples that Jesus called, we know that he called Judas to be one of his disciples, and I'm sure at the time he knew that Judas would betray him and abandon him. But the truth of the matter is, we may also forget that all the disciples abandoned him. And like the other disciples, Judas had a persistent misunderstanding of Jesus' mission. They expected him to make all the right political moves, but all the while he kept talking about his death. I'm sure that created a lot of different emotions of anger, fear, disappointment, and they didn't understand why, if they had been chosen by Jesus to take part in his mission, it seemed doomed to fail. They didn't understand God's ways. We don't. God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. But our greatest need is we need to know that we're loved. And that's how God designed us. And when we know that deep in our hearts, that God loves us, a love beyond our understanding, and we experience that, then that's that joy and peace that we have inside. And we need to share that with others in some way, get them to understand that they can also have that joy and peace. You know, he desires our worship. He desires our fellowship with him. He wants our service to be fruitful and effective. He wants to bless us. But why do we resist? Why does anyone resist? Obviously, pride gets in the way. Could be the key reason that most people don't surrender. We think we know better, right? That we're in control. We have this. We got this. So we keep him at that distance, that social distancing that we've all heard about. We do that with God, don't we? Maybe some people fear of what, God's going to do to them or not do to them, for them. I'm not good enough. I failed. I made a lot of mistakes. Maybe they get caught up in Satan's lies, Satan being the deceiver and saying, we'll never be good enough, or, God's not going to really do what he says he's going to do for you, and all of that. God's going to be judgmental and punish you and so forth. In the end, we just need to say, just give me Jesus. That's all we need. David wrote in Psalm 34, verse 10, "Those who seek the Lord lack no good thing." Dwell on that today. And if you drifted a little bit, cling back onto him today and let him control your life. Don't get sucked in with what the media is trying to overemphasize sometimes in the news to get us to have that fear and that pandemic situation. Jesus will come to you in a mighty way, and he'll bring the light back, because he is the light. He's the truth. He's wisdom, right? No matter how dark and hopeless it may feel, or how the media or the world wants us to feel. Have a blessed day. Thanks.